Before you click off this video, let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if the reason you feel stuck is not the devil? What if it's not witchcraft, not your enemies, not even your circumstances? What if it's something subtle, something respectable, something that even Christians celebrate? Today we are talking about a hidden sin that blocks spiritual growth, delays destiny, and quietly destroys peace. And most believers don't even know they're struggling with it. We are talking about pride. Not loud pride, not arrogant pride, but silent pride. And if you stay till the end of this video, you might discover something about yourself that changes everything. Let's go deeper. Pride is not always obvious. When we hear pride, we imagine someone boastful, someone loud, someone who thinks they're better than everyone. But pride doesn't always look like confidence. Sometimes pride looks like, I don't need help. I'll figure it out myself. I don't need to apologize. I'm fine. Pride can hide behind independence. It can hide behind success. It can even hide behind spirituality. In Proverbs 16 verse 18, it says, Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Notice something. It doesn't say pride comes after destruction. It says before. Pride is usually the silent setup to a fall. And the dangerous part? You rarely feel it growing. The pride that looks like strength. Some of us were hurt, betrayed, rejected, embarrassed. So we built walls. And we called it maturity. We stopped trusting people. And we called it wisdom. We stopped being vulnerable. And we called it strength. But sometimes what we call protection is pride. Pride says, I will never let anyone see me weak again. But God works through surrender. In James 4 verse 6, it says, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Imagine that. Grace is available, but pride blocks it. Not because God hates you, but because pride refuses to receive. Spiritual pride is even more dangerous. This one is subtle. I pray more than them. I know Scripture better. I would never do that. Comparison is often pride in disguise. Even the Pharisees in the Bible were deeply religious, but their pride blinded them. In Luke 18, Jesus tells the story of a Pharisee and a tax collector praying. The Pharisee prayed, God, I thank you that I'm not like other people. The tax collector prayed, God, have mercy on me. And Jesus said the humble one went home justified. Religion without humility becomes self-righteousness. And self-righteousness blocks transformation. Pride delays growth. Have you ever noticed? The hardest people to teach are the ones who think they already know. Growth requires correction. Correction requires humility. And humility requires admitting, I might be wrong. Pride hates correction. Pride avoids accountability. Pride deflects responsibility. But every level of destiny requires deeper humility. Even Jesus Christ modeled this. In Philippians 2 verse 8, it says, He humbled Himself. If the Son of God humbled Himself, who are we to resist it? How pride blocks relationships. Pride destroys friendships. It keeps marriages cold. It prevents reconciliation. Because pride would rather be right than be restored. How many relationships ended because nobody wanted to say, I'm sorry? How many opportunities were lost because someone refused to listen? Humility says, teach me. Pride says, I already know. And the difference determines your future. Signs you might be struggling with pride. Let's be honest. Here are subtle signs. You struggle to apologize. You hate being corrected. You secretly compare yourself to others. You feel threatened by someone else's success. You avoid asking for help. You replay arguments to prove you were right. That's not condemnation. That's awareness. And awareness is the beginning of transformation. How to break pride. 1. Start asking for help. 2. Practice saying I was wrong. 3. Celebrate others genuinely. 4. Invite correction from trusted people. 5. Pray for a soft heart. Humility is not weakness. It's strength under control. It's security in God. It's freedom from ego. And when humility grows, grace flows. Peace increases. Growth accelerates. The blessing of humility. Humility attracts favor. Humility attracts wisdom. Humility attracts elevation. Because God can trust a humble heart. Promotion doesn't destroy the humble. It only reveals the proud. If you want to grow spiritually, emotionally, financially, relationally, start here. Not with more prayer. Not with more fasting. But with humility. Maybe the reason you felt stuck is not because God is silent. Maybe He's waiting for surrender. Pride says, I can handle it. Humility says, God, I need you. And the moment you say that, everything begins to shift. If this message spoke to you, don't scroll away unchanged. Ask God tonight. Search my heart. And let humility unlock the next level of your life. Because the greatest heights are reached by the lowest hearts.